I think you are well. I'm so. I'm also well. Thank you very much for attending the class. Today we shall read English first paper, Unit 14, Lesson 3. The Legend of Ghazi. Perhaps you have heard the name of Ghazi. Today we shall discuss thoroughly. According to some myths and legends, Ghazi was a Muslim saint who is said to have spread Islam in the parts of Bengal close to the Sundarbans. Perhaps you have heard the name of Ghazi, and it was known that he once lived in the close part of Sundarbans near the Bay of Bengal to the south part of our country. He was known as Ghazi Pir, and it was heard that he came in our country, in the southern part of our country, to spread Islam. আমাদের দেশে তিনি ধর্ম প্রচার করার জন্য, ইসলাম ধর্ম প্রচার করার জন্য এসেছিলেন এবং বাংলাদেশের দক্ষিণাঞ্চলে সুন্দরবন এলাকায় তিনি বসবাস করতেন। He was credited with many miracles. That means he had many magical power, many miracles, magical powers. For example, he could supposedly calm dangerous animals and make them docile. Some dangerous animals, such as tigers, lions, or so much ferocious animals, he could make friendship with them and made them docile. He is usually depicted in paths or scroll painting riding a fierce-looking Bengal tiger, a snake in his hand, but in no point ever in danger. Sometimes it's painted that he was sitting upon a fierce-looking animal such as tigers and lions, and he had a snake in his hand. It was a farce, it was a dangerous, it was a fearful scene. We would be astonished to see this scene. According to some stories, he also fought crocodiles who threatened the people of a region full of canals and creeks, indeed a kind of watery jungle bordering the Bay of Bengal. We know in our southern part we have the Bay of Bengal, and the Sundarban jungle is close to the Bay of Bengal, and there live fierce animals, ferocious animals, tigers, lions, cats, etc. And in the water, the crocodiles live. All these animals are too much fierce or ferocious, and it is said, it is heard that he could fight with these ferocious animals. Even he could fight with the crocodiles, too much dangerous animals. Because of his alert and vigilant presence, all predatory animals were said to have been kept within bounds. That means all these fierce animals were bound to him. They could not damage or hurt anybody or anything in the local areas. It was also believed that he enabled villagers to live close to forests and jungles and cultivate their lands. The villagers also gathered too much bravery to cultivate their lands near the jungles, in spite of the jungles being full of these ferocious animals. Consequently, people of this region would pray to him for protection. People believed him to be the most powerful person, and he could manage the ferocious animals, and they prayed to him to protect them. জনগণ তাকে এতই বিশ্বাস করত যে তারা জানতো বা বুঝতে পারত যে এই সমস্ত ফেরোসিয়াস অ্যানিমেলকে বশ করার তার ক্ষমতা আছে, তাই তারা তার কাছে প্রার্থনা করত, তার কাছে মিনতি করত যাতে তাদেরকে তারা সে ব্যক্তি গাজী পীর প্রোটেক্ট করতে পারে, যার ফলে তারা তাদের জমি জমা চাষবাস করে ফসলাদি ঘরে তুলতে পারে। The story of Gazipur has been preserved in folk literature as well as art and has been performed in indigenous theatre. Many stories have been written about this Gazipur. We also hear the songs about him, and in art and literature his name is famous, we can see. In fact, some Gazipat scrolls are part of the collection of the British Museum. In our country or even in the British Museum, we have seen, but we can see the pictures of Gazipur or parts of Gazipur. He once was a very famous person, and his name and fame was spread all over the country, all over the world. His scene is also seen in the British Museum. He is sitting upon a wild animal, a ferocious animal such as tigers and lions, and in his hand he catches a snake. Now we have learned the lesson, the legend of Gazi. That means he was known as Gazipur, and he lived in the southern part of our country near the forest, the Sundarbans, and it was close to the Bay of Bengal, and there lived ferocious animals, and in water we can see crocodiles. Gazipur was able to docile these dangerous animals, and he had the power to control them. So the people of that area went to him to control these animals and protect them, and so that they could cultivate their lands and grow vegetables or corns or paddy, so that they could manage their food. He was so much famous that his name and fame was spread all over the country. Even his picture of such as he was sitting upon a ferocious animal and he caught a snake in his hand was seen in the British Museum. We can say that he was a famous person. He came to our country to spread Islam in the southern part of our country. Okay, thank you. We can know find out the meaning of the following words. You can read the story and find out the new words to remember, such as legends, docile, scroll, myths, craigs, vigilant, etc. And if you are faced to some questions, you can answer to them. Now you can read through the book or story, and if you feel any problem, you can ask question to solve to us, and we should be careful so that if our COVID-19 is too much less, even we can go outside with our mask and be careful for every time. No more today. Thank you very much.